Hi there, this is Andrew Chen with AsiansOnFilm.com, and joining me I have Jeff Chin, the producer and director of LIL Tokyo Reporter, as well as Chris Tashima, actor in LIL Tokyo Reporter. Thanks for joining us. So tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, we're really excited to show LIL Tokyo Reporter at VC Film Festival. It's been a 3 years passion project, and we're, really enthusiastic to tell an early story about the Asian American community here in Los Angeles.
Awesome, very cool. So where did the inspiration come from to create this story and make this movie?
Well, I was lucky enough about 3 years ago to meet Carol Fujita, who was part of the LIL Tokyo Historical Society, and they had done several years of research on this civil rights leader named Sei Fujii. He was historically known for overturning the California alien land law, but through further research we discovered he ran a newspaper, he built one of the first Japanese hospitals during the Great Depression for the Japanese American community, and he also had quite an interest in married women.
Sounds like an awesome guy. Now, Chris, tell us a little bit about your part in the movie.
Yeah, well, Jeffrey approached me with this narrative, historical, dramatic short film about Sei Fujii. And, I didn't know who he was at the time. And when I started to learn about all his accomplishments, the things that he did for not just the Japanese American community, but for California, for America, he's quite a force. So I was honored to portray him. Jeffrey had the LIL Tokyo Historical Society behind him. He was assembling a really good team, and it was an important message to get out. So I was happy to be part of it.
Very cool. Now, what did you do to kind of prepare for the role?
A little bit of it is sort of, I feel like, is a part of me, because Sei Fujii was of the same generation as my grandparents, the Issei, the first generation that came before the war, came to America with this, great American dreams, hit a lot of roadblocks because of laws and other discrimination, and then, of course, World War II came along. But prior to World War II, the Japanese American community, especially Little Tokyo, was very active. It was big. It was thriving. So again, to be able to have some of that, experience some of that, and share some of that in this film. And in addition, they were doing a lot of research. We had spoken with a few people that actually did know Sei Fujii. He died in 1954. So those that did know him, there are only a few remaining, but we were able to speak with a few and get some firsthand sort of insight into what kind of a man he was.
Very nice, very nice. Now, shooting a passion project is never easy. So, Jeff, what was one of the biggest obstacles you had to overcome?
I think it was in development.
Early stages, then.
Yeah, well, the whole process has been a journey. But, I had been working on a lot of documentaries. I worked with the Angel Island Immigration Station Foundation, so I produced a lot of their profiles on former detainees. And I was, really excited to produce a narrative, a drama with actors and bring this history to life. I find that, people my age, we tend to not pay too much attention to this history until people start passing away. And I was compelled to create a story to in the similar breadth of Once Upon a Time in America or The Godfather for the Asian American community, and I felt it was very important to do so. But in developing the script, we spent about a year and a half developing that. We flew all the way up to Oregon to meet Sei Fujii's civil rights partner, J. Marion Wright. His daughter is still alive, so we went to go interview her. And we even flew all the way to Sakata, Japan to meet his biographer. So it was quite a journey, and we wanted to instill, great truth to the story. Of course, there's a big history. I mean, historically, during this civil rights fight, he actually was chased down by a lot of, the mafia was after him because he was so controversial. He ran his newspaper, and he was also really fighting to defend his people during these tough times. So we spent many months just refining the craft. We got feedback from the community to get that developed, and we fundraised through the community. And then getting through post-production, we were lucky enough to spend about a year on that because we were still fundraising, and we found a lot of individuals within the JA community to donate their time, namely Kenneth Nakata, our visual effects supervisor. He was one of the matte painters on Life of Pi. he helped us recreate 1930s Little Tokyo, the whole cityscapes and everything, along with Nico Villaivongs, who was very talented in building our sets. Sony Pictures Studios actually donated a whole post-sound team to us to do the final mix, so we did our ADR, loop group. That was really exciting. There's so many people, so many talented people involved in this production. Even VC, they're our fiscal sponsor. We got a grant from Union Bank, 2 from UCLA, 1 from Aratani Terasaki, and CCLEP from the California State Library. So we're so grateful just to have this experience.
That's awesome. There's a lot of community involvement. So what do you want the audience to take away from this movie when they're done seeing it?
What I want the audience to take away from seeing our film is I want them to be inspired. I feel like this is one of the early steps to bringing this history to life, and I hope that my fellow filmmakers here at VC, as well as anyone outside the community who has taken the opportunity to come to VC, is able to begin to tell their own stories, do their own research of their grandparents or people of that same era, and really honor their pioneering histories.
Okay. So. Great, that's wonderful. Now tell our audience where they can see the film during this film festival.
Yes, you may see LIL TOKYO REPORTER at the A Look Back program on May 12th at 3 p.m. at CGV Cinemas, and we will see you there, Theater 2.
And so for those of us that can't make it out there, where will they be able to see it afterwards? Do you guys have distribution plan or streaming, Netflix?
Let me pass it to Chris. He's actually really awesome in social media.
Okay. Follow us on Twitter, LT Reporter Film. We also have a Facebook page and a website, but this is actually, it's just kicking off its festival run. We showed in 2 festivals last weekend, which is our premiere, and so this is only our 3rd festival, and so it's just beginning. Please do keep an eye out for us and check up, do searches, and find us. We'll be announcing more soon.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you both, and thank you so much for sitting down with us.